Welcome, everybody. It's nice to have you here. Hello. I hope everyone's having a great day. Love you guys. Today's video, I'm going to be working on envelope journals, and I've done several already. Got pretty good at it. It's like, why don't I show them how to do it? As opposed to this journal that was difficult to make, and I made it more complicated than it needed to be. So this is a revised version of that. So I've got just their single signature, just one signature with bound with some twine from the Dollar Tree. You can see the little red and white stuff there. There are 8 pages of various sizes of envelopes, and that gives you 32 surfaces, 32 page surfaces to work on, whether that's an art or, you know, a subject journal. It could be a glue book. There's lots of different things that you could do with these, and it's one way to use up your mailing stuff is a recyclable. It's a make it live again kind of thing. So you can make one for every month of the year if you're going to do something like that. You track your year or whatever. And this is my envelope basket. It is organized according to size of envelope, and there's some bags in there too. I went and organized this a little bit better after I did that previous journal, just because I was just grabbing and not thinking very clearly about what I wanted to do. It was a not thinking very clearly kind of a project. So I got this stuff together, and now I can just kind of pull from each section, you know, depending on what I want on any given page. So, which is kind of nice. It gives me lots of choices and variety right at hand. So I don't have to go searching for my colored envelopes. I want some color here. These are all white. So I can just go to the colored section and pick up a blue one, a pink one, an orange one, whatever I have. And these are all sewn. And this is a bag of bags. That's redundant. This is for a black and white journal, and then just some other things that I have in the back of that basket. Very handy basket. I like that size of baskets. I have another one with my tags and stuff, tags and journal cards and things like that. It's pretty full. So what I've done is I've got up my supplies here, and first I find out what size cover I want, and this size pretty much does a good job. This piece particularly, though, is a little beat up. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of it. You just grab it. And where it needs reinforcement, I'll do that later with either washi tape or paper or sew on a stitch of fabric, whatever. But I make sure first, when I'm getting ready to use an envelope, I glue it closed. I had done ones with it wide open, but I'm going to glue these closed and then cut edges off from that. And you'll see how I do that here in a minute. But yeah, I'm just using regular Elmer's glue. I've got my needles and my threads, and this is a cutter from Creative Memories that I've had since, oh gosh, I can't even remember, since my kids were like 5 and 3. But they this cutter, it works great. But if you don't have a cutter, you can tear it. That would be a cool edge. And I've seen those journals where you have different sized edges, and it comes out looking very artistic. And you can use a scissors if you want. You know, there's lots of ways to cut it. You could use decorative scissors for the edges too. That would be kind of fun. I wanted to keep this simple, but if I want to get crazy with it, I could, right? This is just an envelope from the Fred Meyer that we frequented back in Oregon, and I really miss Fred Meyer. They don't have that here where I live now, and which is Laramie, Wyoming. We have Ridley's, you know, it's okay. And we've got a Walmart. Honestly, you guys, I don't have a whole lot of options here to choose from for craft supplies. So Dollar Tree and Walmart are pretty much it. But there's Amazon. So anyway, that's one reason why I am using up my supplies. I have things I want to use rather than buying new things. Because I see so many great ideas on there I'd love to do. YouTube is just full of wonderful, creative people that I would love to be, but I have to use up what I have first. I'm one of those kind of people. It's hard for me to move on from something until another project is finished. So sometimes I have a few things going at the same time. And that's another beautiful thing about this project is you can make one journal in this chunk of time that I'm showing you and be done and move on to something else. So that's what's nice about these too. They're not a whole lot of time consumption as far as crafting is concerned, and you have a finished product at the end of your little session. So who doesn't like closure? To me, that's a closure issue, and I love closure, things that get finished. Sometimes the big journals, they take up a lot of time, and there's just an impatience factor that I have to deal with. But it's fine. I end up working through it because having it done is more important than it having to take time. And I love the finished product too, so I push on through. Anyway, so yeah, this is something easy that you can do. As you can tell, I'm just grabbing envelopes from the different sections and putting them on top of each other and doing the same thing over and over 8 times so that I can sew it together and have myself a nice little journal. So I'm going to cut out here and let you watch, and you can check it out. We'll come back to at the end. it. Pretty easy, right? I have so much fun making these. I could just finish making these all day, honestly, because there's a method to that madness and it's not difficult. And I love having a pocket in here. I love the windows. I love the different colors and the blue security envelopes. Those are just plain fun. I almost don't want to cover up those with anything. But yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I'd be curious to know what you would use it for. So if you want to put that in the comments down below, I'd love to know that, because I know everyone's creative. I'm cutting off the edge here a little bit just because it's a little too far over from the inside edges of the pages, and I cut it crooked. So you know, you do yours straight. Yes, be a little more careful. But I like it. I like that little layered look inside that window. We'll see if that stays. And I'll have to reinforce this edge right here because it is flimsy. But I'm gonna put paper on this maybe, or washi tape, whatever I feel like. That's about it. Love you guys. So glad you came by today. We will see you next time. And as always, God bless.